Shalom, brothers and sisters. My name is Mike. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. Um, Today we're going to speak on being grounded. Personally, being grounded. We will have to answer for our own lives, our own faith. The Most High is not going to be looking at um, um, you as a family. He's going to be looking at us as an individual, because we're going to have to make a stand for ourselves. When it's all over said and done. It's hot today. So being grounded. Shalom, Sister Coco Mango. Being grounded. That's right there. It takes work. It takes work. It does. And I'm gonna tell you some things that can test your being grounded. You could have been going to church all your life, from a child till you get grown. And if anybody, well, I ain't gonna talk about if anybody, you all know that in churches, if you want to get some dirt on somebody, and 90% of the time it's going to be wrong, or there's going to be things added to the story, you go to church. You go to church to get the 411, 911, 111, and some dumb ones. That's what you get. There's a danger to that. There's a very serious danger to that. Because if you're that type of person that wants to be in everybody else's business, you be that same type of person that adds to the story. You be that same person that the Most High is most definitely beaming his eyes upon, because you causing a distraction, you causing contention. And some of that stuff can really knock a brother or sister back. That's what it can do. It can knock them back so far to that person just lose faith. And if that person lose faith, the scripture says it'll be best for that individual who caused all of that damage to take a millstone, tie around your neck, and with the other side of the rope, tie around that mill, that concrete block, and cast yourself into the sea. The Most High is not playing with that. He's just showing you just how much he loves these people, Israel. Shalom, Sister Sheila C. And Sister Monica. Shalom. He loves these people. If I sit up here, and say, you know what? I'm talking to a brother, and I'm talking about Sister Sheba. And just gossiping. Now I heard this and so and so, so and so. You know, she this and she that. She thinks she all of that. And I'm just going in on her. What makes you think that I'm not gonna get dealt with? And let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that brother who may be new in the truth and be like, you know what? No, just walking in the door, and this is the introduction I get. It's this dude talking about this sister here, about this and about that. I don't want to be a part of that. And that may have been the Most High leading him to that particular group to worship, do Bible worship. And you, with your flip mouth, ran them off, to which the Most High drew him in. Now, that's a very serious thing that that just happened. Shalom, Sister Nisi. That's very serious. We think that we can continue to go on and just talk about people and gossip without any type of recourse. That's what we think. Just because you are awake in Hebrew, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. I can talk, I can say what I want to say. I can do what I want to do. Hmm. It sounds like a broken record, brothers, and I know. But when that stuff starts to affect the congregation, no, it's serious. It's serious. Sister Amina, shalom. It is absolutely serious with the Most High because He's noticing something. If we can notice this stuff now, what makes you think that the Most High don't see this? What makes you think He's not recognizing it? That He's now He's His angels, they taking notes. But the person that's doing all the talking is the one that's thinking that now they going into slavery and so on. So well, they may be going to slavery. You got to have life to go into slavery. You got to have life to go into slavery. But what the Most High hates is that contention. There's no slavery for that. Death, not slavery. There's death for that. That's how serious it is with Him. And some of us got it so hard up for other brothers and sisters. It is absolutely unbelievable. But yet and still, we look into the Most High. They be going to the wilderness with beaming, blaring eyes, full of tears, and yet you talking about this brother over here. And let's just say it is true. What they talking about? Let's just say it is true. Is it profitable? Is it a building? That's what you're going to have to ask yourself. And then the thing about it, some of them try to be professional with their gossip. And this is what they be saying. Well, I don't mean to gossip. That kills me with that one. I don't mean to. But then they go right in. They think it's so professional to use those words first. I don't mean to be gossiping, and they know they're gossiping. Well, you don't mean it, don't say it. But it's going to take a lot. It's going to take us, brothers and sisters, to do that. When I say it's going to take us, it's going to take us to let them know how we get down personally. Take that little dumb stuff and you keep it moving. That's all you have to do. Of course, once they start realizing who you are as a person of faith, no, they're not going to bring it to you no more. But they just might turn back around and gossip behind you. Yeah, that would mean that. Yeah, that's a given. But the more brothers and sisters do that, the weaker that particular action becomes. And let's just say hypothetically speaking that with this being grounded, brothers and sisters, and I'm talking about the brothers and sisters that's hearing the gospel. The first thing you probably want to do, if you're not that, I ain't gonna say you're not a strong person, but I'm gonna have to say it. If you're not that particular person that can come back and say something about it, all you gotta do is say, well, brother, I mean, it ain't the fact that you want to get into somebody else's business. It's not the fact you want to get into somebody's business. And you be like, well, brother, you know what? I would say this. I don't want nobody talking about me. And if it is true, I don't want nobody talking about my business. If I told somebody something about myself that was in confidentiality and it's out there in the congregation, no, that's very discouraging. It is. It's very discouraging. Alrighty. It's very discouraging. You have these brothers in the chat on this channel. Brothers and sisters are looking for that word go. to get up out of Babylon for the vast majority of brothers. They looking for the word of the Most High. Say, all right, get my people up out of here. That's what they're looking for. They're not looking for no gossip. They don't want the gossip. They want that encouragement to keep on fighting to find faith. That's what that war is about. And that's what it's boiling down to. But it seems like that we have gotten misguided and things are out of hand. And at the same time, by now, and things, some things can be true. Some things can be true. And there's times where you have to call individuals out. That's but to demean a person, no, we're not even trying to get down that way. No, we're not. We shouldn't be demeaning people. We should not be around here lying on our brothers and sisters. You shouldn't be. That's one thing we shouldn't be doing. I did that thing. That's one thing we shouldn't be doing. And so, we have brothers and sisters in the chat on this continent, on this live, that have a lot of information that's beneficial for you brothers and sisters, for you that want to come here and stay, for the ones who want to come in and do business, and for flights. Now, just because I'm gonna start twisting this channel. We go twist it hard. Instead of going around here complaining about the same old thing, let's complain about how these brothers and sisters that's here, they have the experience of what things to work towards and what things to look out for here in Africa. You got a lot of brothers. So I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. And for any of you brothers out there and sisters that got a YouTube channel, I'll tell you the truth, these last days. Oh, man, I'm trying to play with you. Come on. All right, cool. They had YouTube channels. Please share your channel in the chat, because what I was going to do, and see, we should have did this a long time ago, brothers and sisters. We should have did this a long time ago. Interview brothers and sisters that has that are like travel agents, brothers and sisters that do herbs, brothers and sisters that has a garden here locally. You know exactly where you can travel to go pick up something from their garden, because now you're circling that money right back to the community. This is part of being grounded, brothers. The only time you will be ungrounded is by unnecessary gossiping. That's the only time you can get ungrounded, because the gossip, it can take its toll on you, because it's a negative vibe. That's what it boils down to being. It's a negative vibe. But when you're dealing with brothers and sisters who's all about their business, and their business is to help other brothers and sisters coming to this continent, that's what it is about. Or should be about. Yes, there's some interviews that I am lining up, brothers and sisters. This sister yesterday found me a flight. Oh wait, not yesterday. She because I didn't think I had a ticket. But when I found out the ticket, got the ticket and everything. But she said, "Oh, Mike, we found a ticket that goes back to Atlanta for $900." The sister knows what she's doing. That's that same type of sister that needs to be on these channels, letting everybody know who she is, how to get in contact, And at the same time, when I get through with the video, I will call people that I know that has YouTube channel. Hey man, can you post this on your channel? Because now it's starting to hit other people. And this is the thing that's going to happen. That sister business is going to take a boost. We should have did this a long time ago, period. And so that's the reason why I say, if you brothers and sisters out there that have a YouTube channel, put it in there. I'll write it down. Then I'm going to come right back to you. Hey, can we post this on your channel? We do our due diligence, things of that nature, and vet brothers and sisters. This sister here, the Waters, I've been knowing them since I came to Dar. I tell you, information is valuable. It is absolutely valuable. And I don't think nobody is flying all the way 10,000 miles, 8,000 miles to Africa for some unnecessary nonsense. Not nobody with common sense. Not nobody with common sense. We should be doing this. There's you have travel agencies. You got brothers that knows how to go about looking for minerals. It all depends on brothers. It all depends on how you want to use your time. That's what it boils down to being. If your time is bent upon finding some dirt, you're right. Your time is being wasted. It's being wasted. And don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. That dirt, it sells. Dirt, gossip, that stuff sells. It's like sex. Sex sells. Dirt sells. Gossip, drama sells. It does. And unfortunately, some of our brothers, that's how they do it. They get upset. They run to YouTube Almighty. They run it. I try my best to keep that nonsense on the low as much as possible. If I have failed, I ask for forgiveness. But I try not my best to sit up here and keep on harping on the same old thing. I mean, life move on. Time does not wait for no one. It does not. It just flat out do not. So I have some interviews with different brothers and sisters that I'm going to do about the expertise. I would like to do majority of. Well, I'm going to talk to a lot of the brothers and sisters here, and what they do, because I really want to give off to the brothers and sisters that's coming, and the brothers and sisters that's looking into investing their money. That's the thing. And it seems like a lot of the brothers starting to look, they're starting to see, hey, no, I gotta dump this money, because it's like they seeing the writing on the wall now. But unfortunately, brothers, and it's not a good sight to see. That writing was on the wall when they took out the 40 billion about 2 years ago. When they took the 40 billion out of the bank, that was the cue. That right there was the cue. Hey, you got to do something. And then they did that. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago and they did that. And now brothers and sisters are seeing it. Now they acting upon it. You have some brothers and sisters there that have been there for a moment. um, who can get that information for you. That's a known fact. But with the sound at the end, I mean, things can get shaky, brothers. It can get shaky, salty, and it can become tiresome. Shalom, Sister Jones, Sister Kathy Jones. You know, but we got to start making inroads. And listen to me when I say inroads, brothers. When I'm gonna lay something down on you, brothers. Who was the only person that was in captivity and made billions for another nation? Who was the only person that was in captivity in the scriptures, that is, but he made billions while he was in captivity? Put your answers in the chat if you can, if you don't mind. Who is the person that was in captivity that made billions? If I had the little Jeopardy thing, I play it. Come on, Sister Kathy. I know you know, and Sister Coco Mango. Who was the only person that was in captivity? And I'm saying billions from a up to date point, up to date now. Who was the only person? Shalom, Sister Linda Cross, that made billions while he was in captivity. Let me give you another. Let me give you another clue. And he went to jail. There you go. There you go. It is Joseph. Joseph was the only one that was in captivity, and he made, I would say, billions, because the world had to come there because of the famine, and so everybody was giving it, and Pharaoh made a lot of money because the Most High blessed Joseph, and Joseph, with his gifts, made that particular Pharaoh rich, extremely rich, until he was able to bring his family in, and they gave his family, Joseph family, some of everything. Just come to Egypt, because that particular king was appreciative of what Joseph did. And you all know what Joseph went through. But I say this because we are in the same predicament. A lot of us are in Joseph's predicament. Truthfully, we are in captivity. We are in captivity. It all depends on how we use that captivity to benefit ourselves, and at the same time, to a degree, the nation. I'm gonna say it to a degree, because when you come here and you're talking about doing business, you're gonna need some help. So you're hiring the locals, you know. But what Joseph did, he was not looking for longevity. Well, he can do it, He knew he was going to be there because he was sold into slavery. Now I know some of you may be thinking that he wasn't in slavery. He was in slavery. Let me give you another point. Although he was second to Pharaoh, he still had to ask for permission. When his father Jacob died, he asked for permission to go and bury his father in their homeland. Yeah, he still had to ask for permission. But the beauty of it is, Joseph, he took the Most High blessed him to interpret Pharaoh's dream. And so now, just think about this. Pharaoh is the one who had that dream. Joseph, by means of the Most High, gave him the answer or the interpretation to that dream, to which that person was appreciative, and Joseph hopped right into it when he got appointed to oversee this, oversee that. Now, mind you, Joseph was higher than his position was higher than his old boss. Now, his old boss had to answer to him. Joseph started gathering all the grains and everything, and he was preparing that country, Egypt, for an for a disaster. But ultimately, it was only for Israel. It was only for Israel. Brothers, what I'm saying is this. If we can take that scenario, because we are in captivity, truthfully, how can we take that same real life experience and apply that today? How can we do that? How can we take that of what Joseph went through and experienced, and he took advantage of an opportunity that the Most High gave him. That's what he did, and he did it superbly. Of course, he had some respect there. Joseph had the respect, and all that glory went right back to the Most High. It went right back to the Most High. But how can we take that experience, that business experience, and apply that today? How can we do that? That's the question we all need to ask ourselves. And at the same time, I know you brothers and sisters heard me say that at least I do. I'm a firm believer of putting money into slavery. I pray to the Most High, give me wisdom to put money into slavery. We should not be slaving after money. Truth be told, in the world, that's what they got. That's what they have us doing, slaving after money. If your retirement check didn't come, you know for a fact you go get hemmed up. You got bills to pay, a life to live. That's that slave. That needs to be turned around, completely around. Israel, I know you can do it. We will have to have our mind set on, well, how can we put money into slavery? It can happen. It can happen. It just takes us to sit down and petition the Most High. It can be done. It can be done. Let me do it this way. I know many of you all, I don't know how many of y'all played this game. It's called what is the game called? It's a game with solitaire. Solitaire. How many of you brothers and sisters played solitaire and you got to a position where you could not figure out that move and you had to just move on to another game? You had to do a new deal. How many of you all did that before, playing solitaire? And if you know anything about solitaire, you know it can get kind of intense. But did you all know that if you keep playing that game and you be patient with it, because solitaire has a timer on it, and it's psychologically messing with you because you're trying to beat the clock. You're trying to beat the clock. But when you realize that the clock don't matter, it does not matter. But when you just take your time, and it may be days, but you're going to figure it out. And the message may come up, there's no more moves. You be patient with it. Turn it off, go back to another day. If you think I'm joking, brothers, if you play that game and you come upon one of where there's no more moves, don't start it over. Don't start it over. Just keep on playing that game, because trust and believe, it's going to be a move that you never seen that you needed to make. And the same thing has to happen in our real life. Forget the clock on the game. Forget the clock. The Most High said this, that he's going to take care of his people. That's what he said. If you believe that, you don't look at the clock. You just keep on doing what you're supposed to do. All right, don't get me wrong. You may go through some bumps and hurdles here and there, and then you may go back to playing the game. The same thing, brothers and sisters. The same thing. Don't give up. Don't give up. Go right back to it. Do what you can do, because one day it's going to happen. But what it's doing in essence is teaching you to be patient and reliant on the Most High. That's what it's going to teach you. And you're not going to look at no time clock. And this is what the Most High has been teaching us. He's been teaching us to be patient and to rely upon Him. That's what He's been asking Israel for a long time. That's what He's been asking Israel for. But that there is part of being grounded. Now, if you worshiping the Most High with the time, with the timer, and things that may work against you, because it would bring in you start to feel anxious now. You would literally start to feel anxious. And that's what it can happen, because the scriptures clearly say that we should not be anxious. Because anxiousness, it brings in stress. It brings on stress. That's what it does. And stress is not good for your body. And when you know that you're going through some things, fasting is one thing that would most definitely help you. Fasting is one thing that will help you out in so many different ways, along with your prayers. There's a lot of brothers and sisters out there right now that need our prayers. A lot of them. And some of our brothers and sisters, unfortunately, they're teetering on suicidalness. They are. But don't let it be us to tip scales. When you go off on an individual and you don't know nothing about that person. That person, like, they done with it. Self-deletion. Shalom, brother AJ. Because we don't know what's going on in everybody's household. We don't. So this is the reason why the Most High said, hey, be polite to your brothers and sisters. You don't know what's going on in their minds and their lives. These are some critical times. And when I say critical, these are critical. These times are very critical. It's not, and this is not the time that you need to be playing around. The thing that I'm finding, brothers and sisters, is I talked to, I got in contact with a sister, and she said something that I've been hearing across the board. She said something that I have been hearing across the board, and it was the words, I just need to hang back a little bit. Brothers, if y'all only know, if y'all only, ooh-wee, I have been hearing that, and now it's concerning to me. Hanging back. What are you hanging back for? When brothers and sisters are hanging back, no, there's some discouragement going on there. We shouldn't hang back. We should not. And we should not be part of a person that's pushing out gossip for that person to hang back. Yeah, you should not be. Because if they hang back, the Most High will step up to you, not to the person that's hanging back, but the person who's causing that. And you know, I can keep talking about that till I'm blue in the face of what the Most High is going to do with them. You know, and you know, it would appear that it don't mean a hill of beans when it comes to individuals that's practicing that. If I sit right, man, please, I'm sorry here talking about brother AJ like a dog. Brother AJ don't want to deal with me. I mean, which is called common sense. It's called common sense. Ain't nobody gonna sit there and let you talk about them like a dog, and they you know, and they still socializing with you. You go break camp. You would literally break camp. Yeah, no, I don't want to deal with that person. I mean, you ain't gonna talk about me and think I, you know, supposed to just sit there and listen to it. Shalom, brother Dylan. You know, no. Hmm. Brothers, we got a catastrophe right there in front of us. We do. Mm. We have one. And for us to be going through this here, it's a waste of our faithful time. That's what it is. That's what it is. A waste of our faithful time. To where we should be using our time in a better way. Um, the day that we was talking about minerals and brother Ricky was online, y'all was lighting that chat up. They was looking for Sister Coco Mango and brother Ricky Sims going back and forth. Other brothers and sisters hopping into the conversation. That's the conversation we should be having. That's what we should be having. Not sitting around here talking about something we ain't got no business talking about. It's not. It's not. There's nothing. Excuse me. Got black pepper in the water. Ooh-wee. Um, and I know I sound like a broken record, but when you came up in a church or congregation, that's what I seen. That's what I seen. And I don't like to dabble with that. Truthfully, I don't. Oh, I heard this and I heard that. I don't care for it. And then at the same time, I was on that the other end of a gossip. I was called some of everything. You imagine it? They called me, and it you know, and you find, like I said, you find yourself shying away from individuals. Yeah, it is not edifying. It's not profitable. Now, brothers, can you imagine what the wilderness is going to look like? Oh yeah, I mean, from day one, all right, everybody gonna be on their P's and Q's. Everybody gonna be brothers and sisters then. Yeah, we're gonna be all brothers and sisters. Oh yeah, we gonna be so holy. Gee, you gonna see brothers and sisters with the fringes on. What else? You go see Shalom, Shalama. Oh, you go see all of it. You're going to see all of it. But when that dust and that excitement, the end of that major exodus start to wear off, Israel start to show up. Israel start to show up. And I'm talking about Israel. I'm going to say, I'm going to have to call it this way. The stiff-necked Israel. Yeah, that's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to see. Sister Amanda said, death, a lot of death that will be in the wilderness. If you're saying what you're saying now, brothers and sisters, now wait till we are in the wilderness. Wait till we are in the wilderness. See, right now, I consider I can oh man, shucks, let me get back to that. We can sit up here and go back and forth. Oh, you're going to get dealt with here. You're going to get dealt with there. People keep on doing what they do. They do what they do. Shalom, Sister Pixie Dust. And welcome, Sister Van P. And who was that? Jay-Z. He had a rap song. What he had in his lyrics. Negroes don't get the point until the bullet had left the chamber. And now the meaning of that, we would act a fool right on up. And we seeing a person that has a weapon in their hand, they will still sit there and talk all that stuff. Oh, I ain't nobody so and so, so and so, so and so, until that cock go back, and that cock hit that bullet, and that bullet leaves that chamber. Yes, that's when the ducking and dodging happens. That's a stiff-necked people. You see, I know you all seen people. Shoot me, shoot me. They said, but that's that stiff neck. Now you know, well, you get hit. You know, you get hit. You gonna be calling for your mom. But that's that stiff neck. That's because a person with common sense. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, brother, calm down. Period. But if you want to see a stiff neck, just go back and look at people standing in the street in the middle of the street with a gun, and the other person don't have nothing on him, and yet he's still talking like he can take them on. Not trying to use common sense, not trying to be reasonable. You go see that in the wilderness. Off the top, you're going to see it. You're going to see that. And especially if you can sit here and give out warnings now, what do you think they're going to do in the wilderness? They don't even listen now. 9 times out of 10, what you are doing today, you're going to be doing it when we hop into the Exodus. You may slow down a little bit, you may slow down a little bit, but trust and believe. You go come back with a vengeance. You go show yourself, because you don't want to take that old personality off of you. You're going to show yourself. Don't fool. No, you ain't gonna fool. You're not gonna fool the Most High. And then you're gonna have brothers and sisters like, no, I ain't trying to. Everybody trying to get down this way. I mean, shoot, this brother, he's out there. People will start separating themselves from you. When they start separating themselves from you, that's the Most High who is telling them, or hey, separate yourselves from this person. People gonna move from you, because now the Most High is about to act upon you. That's what it is. And that's what it's going to be. You're going to be thinking, you finna go, I'm finna go down to so and so to take care of this business, whatever. Walk on. The Most High know how to meet you down that street. You can't escape them. You cannot escape them. Shalom, Brother Eric. Brother Eric, and also, I'm gonna give you a call once this live is over with. I need to give you a call about some videos on your Zoom. Let me give you a call. Brother Dylan, you know what, brother? And well, the Most High said that he got to weed out the rebels. So yeah, we got to add stiff neck, like what you said. They want to be stiff neck for too much longer. The Most High pours out more higher judgment. Yes, and I believe that. I believe that. And all right. And and it's like we walking into it. Shalom, Sister Yvonne. I'm glad you made it in, sis. Um, and this is what's happening, brothers. I mean, my thing, man. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be up to the individual. Most High, the same thing that's in me, He gives to everybody else, and it's called free will. It's called free will. But the difference free will would take on outside of captivity is you're not going to have the devil on your neck. You're not going to have his atmosphere around you. That's the difference. Because now we are up under the devil's nose. He breathes, we catch all that nonsense. He sneezes, we catch it. Period. The Most High, He's going to take us out of his reach. Out of his reach. So now we're out of his reach, and you still got free will. Now you want to bring the attitude on, you can't blame the devil now. You cannot blame the devil. This is something that you want to nurse in your flesh. You want to nurse that. And see, now let's understand something about that flesh now, because it's going to lead you back to Adam and Eve. Once Satan got Eve, and he got that he got that seed of sin intertwined in her flesh. That's what he did. Now, the thing about it was that circuit was not complete. It was not complete. He only had one person that dove off into sin. That was it. He needed that circuit to be complete. And he used Eve to bring it to Adam. Now, mind you, Adam was not sinful. He was not sinful. The moment he entertained what Eve was saying, he was hemmed up. And when he bit that fruit and he joined Eve, that circuit was complete. Both of them had sin intertwining. So anything that comes out of Adam and Eve is going to be sinful. He's going to be sinful off the top. Off the top. And that's what he needed. And he got it. Out of his hatred for the Most High, he attacked what the Most High loved the most, and that was the people. But he can't stop him. He cannot stop the Most High. But out of his jealousy, he brought that sin that intertwined with our DNA. And he knew that. He knew exactly what he was doing. Now that's demonic. Shalom, Yah saints. Yah saint, I'm sorry. That's what he did. And so now, along with that, free will, and granted, brothers, we do make mistakes. We do. But when you got when you have the strength and the mindset of doing things differently and changing your attitude, free will. You're taking your free will that the Most High has given you to fight against something that the devil had placed in a conversation to maneuver Eve to move forward, for her to get sin in her flesh. And you, individuals, that fights to get sin out of your flesh is what the Most High is looking for. That's that free will He's looking for us to fight to get that sinful DNA out of your flesh, that you can abide by the Spirit. That's what He wants. That's exactly what He wants. If that free will is going to determine your life. It's going to determine your life. That's what it's going to determine. Individuals, brother. When it's all over said and done, we already know that you can't play both sides of the fence. We already know that. The Most High don't even sit there and pacify nothing like that. Oh, one day I want to jump over here on Satan's side. Oh, I'm gonna go back over to the Most High side. You keep playing with the Most High, he'll knock you over. Shalom, brother Robert. He'll knock you over on that side, and we don't think nothing of it. Tell you keep moving, keep rocks with that. You don't need to be jumping over on back over here. You setting a bad example for my faithful people. That's what that's what an individual will be setting. No, the Most High was like, no, you stay where you at. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. This is not that time, brothers. It's not. And then when it comes down to that free will, trust and believe. That free will is going to determine whether you want Satan's system or you want the Most High's. It's going to be either or. Period. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be that. But now, if you like that flesh, you go die with that flesh. You're going to die with it. There's nothing else that you're going to get out of that. There's nothing that you're going to get out of it. Because that's what the devil wants you to do, is to abide by your flesh. That free will. Let me give you. I grew up with this lady. We was kids. Grew up with her. We got into our 20s, early 20s. And so we moved out of the neighborhood and thing, but me and my brothers, we used to, use our mother's car, and then we used to drive back, to visit the old neighborhood, the projects. And so, we go and meet, talk with people that, that we grew up with. We asked to say, hey, where's Fleabag at? That's what, everybody had a street name. Fleabag, Big Gay, Skillet, because he was real dark. Everybody called him Skillet. We had a whole lot of, project names for people. But this particular girl, we called her Fleabag. She was kind of a healthy girl. And so we was asking how she was doing and thing. And I said, oh, she died. She had a heart attack. And we were like, what? Yeah, the doctors kept telling her that she need to cut back on so-and-so, and so-and-so this, and so-and-so that. Flea was, she was a bit, chubby girl back when we was kids. But we didn't entertain nothing like that, somebody have in the early 20s, you having a heart attack. And so the doctors told her, hey, you need to cut back on this here. You need to cut back on that there. And she didn't do that. And her mentality was this. What is he trying to do? Starve me to death? See, I was kind of funny at the mouth back in the days. And when they said that, it kind of slipped out. And but it caught up with her. It did. There was a warning that was given. There was a warning that was given. She was not going to starve to death. She had enough body fat for her body to live off of. Period. I mean, it is. I mean, that's the truth. So she's not the only one. There was a whole lot of warnings for brothers and sisters when it came down to their diet, but they showed how important their flesh was. Don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. Now, let's not get this twisted. Let's not get this twisted. With individuals, they do have a desire to do what the doctors say do now. I ain't gonna lie to you about that now. And also there are certain chemicals that man put into certain foods so that you can eat it in order for them to keep their cells up, their numbers, they make money. That's what they do. So now it's not knocking down, because you may be healthy or whatever, over healthy, put it that way. And that brothers and sisters talking about, no, it's not that. Because I know what the system does. I know exactly what it does. And it's just, and I've seen brothers and sisters, they get to that point, they say, if I don't change this, yeah, I'm going to be up out of here. Or it may take a stroke or a heart attack for a person to wake up. And I knew this one man, that's what it took. It took a heart attack. But this is the side effect of him having a heart attack. That brother, now it was me and his daughter. We worked together, and she was always tell me that he had that heart attack and they had to do a bypass on him. And she was like, but he always having panic attacks. I said, yeah, mm-hmm. I said, and you all may think I'm joking. I said to the sister, I said, he's sitting around, he's thinking about it too much. And he probably having a panic attack because he had that heart attack, and he's showing his fear of death. That's what he was showing, his fear of death. So I said, sis, you may think I'm joking. Have you ever heard of this game called Tetris? Tetris was big at this time. So she said, yes. I said, get your father that game. She said, well, what are you gonna do with the game? I said, it's gonna keep him from thinking about his heart. As long as he's doing what he's supposed to do, he ain't gotta worry about his heart. But the more he keep on concentrating on that heart attack, the bypass, it's going to continue to take him down. And the only reason I said that because I looked at my father. Father, he had to have a quadruple bypass. Quadruple, I think that's 4. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so he stopped smoking. He stopped drinking, smoking and drinking. Been doing it for years. But I did not know my father was suffering from panic attacks. I did not know that. So my brother told me, I said, all right, man, we'll go there and we'll talk to him. The day we went over there and talked to him, we were talking to our father. And so he, we pulled up. He had a cigarette and some gin. I'm like, what happened? Man, please. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die. I'm going to die the way I want to die. And I'm like, are you? I don't even think. Let me see. Yeah, he may be. I think my father was 50 something. And I could not believe that he went at the same time I did, because he got tired of having the panic attacks. You brothers and sisters, it'll blow your mind on what goes through people's minds when they have a near death experience. So I'm living in Chicago at this particular time, and so my father went to the club again, got skunky drunk, and walking through the house. My brother and his wife, they had just left and got home. As soon as they got home, they got a phone call. Hey, June fell out. Boom. My brother hopped in the car, went back over there. No, he ain't just fall out. He had a massive heart attack and fell forward and died. Brothers and sisters, I'm saying this. If your family members have these experiencing these types of thoughts, panic attack, their mind needs to be occupied with other things. Assist your family with that. I mean, if it's going to be a video game, so be it. Make sure it's a video game that really truly capture their attention, because that there is a weapon within itself. That there is a weapon within itself, because panic attacks is nothing but over amount of stress on a human. Whew. Telling you, that's, brothers, I'm serious. If your families are going through that, I'm telling you, it's not nothing that there I mean, that's just something that we need to be very mindful of, brothers and sisters. And at the same time, and I would say for the majority of us, when I say us, I'm talking about people that was grown in the 90s. So 9 times out of 10, you will be in your 50s, 60s, 40s. That's where you will be. And that's for us. Because these times in which we're living in, yeah, that's a great deal of stress that goes on. That's going on out there. It is. But now let me give you this little caveat, Brother Dylan, on that alcohol. Now, alcohol do serve a purpose. Listen to this though. If you have a person that's suffering from high blood pressure and they can't seem to get it down, alcohol do bring your blood pressure down. Vodka at the least. It does bring it down. In moderation. In moderation. It's not a cure now. It is absolutely not a cure. It's not. Fasting. All right, hold on. All right, let me read what Brother Dylan said. He said, Brother Michael, when brothers and sisters stress, go sit down 5 minutes and spend time with Abba Yah in prayer. That is absolutely true. That is true. That is true. That is true. And so, I mean, that I can't knock it. I cannot. I cannot. That is true. But for me personally, I don't expect people to do what I do. I am. Whew, no. People say, if I got to drink spinach, I would take the spinach leaf, put them in the blender, put me some water in there, maybe some lemon juice or something. Gulp it on down and call it a day. That's what I do. If I got to sit here and say, you know what, if I got to break my portions down to a spoonful of food, that's what it's going to be. If I got to do 100 squats, so be it. If I got to do 100 push-ups, so be it. Shalom, Brother Kenneth. I did some months ago. I was doing fast. And I come to find out that with that fast, and you know, just like any other black man, they talk about you got high blood pressure, hypertension. But I was monitoring my high blood pressure without taking medicine. I don't encourage people to do this, but I just did it. But I was fasting. My blood pressure was like 117 over 67. But I'm gonna tell you what I did. And I try to pay attention to what I do. So I did like 2 weeks of fasting. Then I started eating food. Regular day, boom, boom, boom. But I was not eating the wrong foods. I was not. Blood pressure went up. I said, wait a minute, got a problem here in Houston. I said, no, I'm not here. I'm not, and I was not eating a lot. I was not, but it went up. It went up. I said, ain't this about something? So I went right back on my fast. Blood pressure went right back down. All right, this is what I need to be at then. And that's all they're just telling me. I need to be here. Because I kind of find out that the longer you fast, your body high blood pressure start to regulate itself. So it regulates itself. So once your blood pressure has been regulated and it's been holding there for some months or whatever, because the last time I did it, I was in Chicago. The doctor did this. She said, "Wait a minute, your blood pressure." She said, "All right, I'm gonna keep your medicine the way it is." She said, "But come in 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna determine where I need to take some of this medicine off." Okay. Went back in, boom. She said, "Okay, we gonna drop your dosage," and she did. She dropped it. But I do know it can be done, brothers. And don't get me wrong, brothers and sisters. I mean, don't get me wrong. It can slip back up on us so smoothly and so quick. So being grounded as to what you're going to do according to your diet, that is going to be a must. And when you start denying yourself of the foods that your flesh loves. Now, when I say your flesh, I mean your flesh, because it's your flesh that's telling you what it wants. You tell your body what to do. Your body don't tell you what to do. But unfortunately, it's flopped. It's flopped. Your body says, I want that cheeseburger. But your mind saying, that's the last thing you need is that cheeseburger. You know, when you eat that cheeseburger, we're going to be laying on that sofa knocked out sleep. Well, Wheel of Fortune to be on. We be knocked out sleep. That's what your mind's saying. But that flesh, man, go ahead and get that cheeseburger and let that stuff slither on down the bloodline. We be full. We go feel good. We ate good, brothers. When you supersede your flesh, you just don't know the power that is in store for you. Didn't the scripture say the one that can bridle his tongue should be able to bridle his whole body? That's it. When you bridle that tongue, control that tongue, you should be able to tell your body exactly what to do. Your body will fall in line. You are the person that is in control of your body. You are. You are in control of your body. Your body should not control you. But this thing, where we at right now, this is brother, and this is not nothing negative, but this is the truth. This month is going to be very hard for us. It is proven it. Boom. Here, right up to this day. You got brothers they're trying to let the dust settle over here and bring about peace over there, and they finding that to be a difficult battle to do. That's what they're finding. And so when you're fighting for these particular things, that's stress that you're dealing with. That's stress. That's what that is. And now I understand why the Most High told me fast. I never will forget it. I'm telling you, I never will forget it. And I've been fasting ever since. And don't get me wrong now. There comes a time, even though you're fasting, and especially brothers, you need to eat protein. You need to eat protein. And when it gets to that point, that's all I eat too is protein. That's it. Not a protein drink. Chicken. I don't eat that beef, man, because that beef is, that beef. Whoo, let me tell you something about that beef. That beef be so tough. Whoo, that beef got caught up in my teeth, in between my teeth and everything. And, and I kept picking with it, trying to get all that stuff out. I'm like, this is ridiculous. You would think I should have been ate a cow raw. That stuff was all in my teeth in the back, and I'm trying to twist to get to it, brushing my teeth, trying to, oh my goodness. And I'm like, man, are you joking me? Now, since I ate a lot of fish too, I ate a lot of fish. But is that beef? I mean, I had some bad experiences. And the next day, my teeth was hurting because I kept playing with it, trying to get that meat out. Whoo! Now I try to stay away from that beef because it'd be too tough. It'd be way too tough. But eating the fish, that's like number one with me. The fish, that's the one that I do, Brother Dylan. It's the fish more so than anything. But all of this, the health, and how we need to keep the community clean from gossiping, all of that is part of being grounded. It's all about being grounded. Oh yes, it's all about being grounded, and a lot of things that we may be going through, and some of the doctors will tell you it boils down to your diet. I mean, brother, especially in the West, and then unfortunately, the West diet is here. B. Gates, he's here. He's trying his best to get his cloning apparatus thing going on over here. You know what, Sister Kathy? Now I do believe that, and I use that more so against myself. I don't attribute that to everybody. I just attribute that to myself. I believe the Most High wants us to get in shape for these end times. And that's just, sister, I believe it. I believe everything you're saying on that. These hospitals are against us medically. Sister, I seriously believe. I kid you not. Because I don't believe the Most High's people were big like us. Because in captivity, they fed us everything. I mean, we was in their hands until it got to a point, all right, we ain't got to feed them now. They go feed themselves. We got used to it. We got accustomed to it. Not only us, the kids did too. And then their kids, and then their kids, until we get to a point where when you go to a dialysis, you will see more of us in dialysis. When you talk about olives, green olives, For black, I mean, they don't. They what I know. I did look that up, but it doesn't. They say it grows more so up further north. That's what the olives. Yeah, up in not Kenya. I think it's Ethiopia. It was Ethiopia that a vast majority of olives grows. And yeah, I don't. It could be Kenya, but I think it's more so Ethiopia. Yeah. But yes, I agree with you on that, Sister Kathy. I'm serious. I do. Um, and if we can take that to heart, because this is a time, and this is just me an encouragement to the brothers. Fast, fast. If you not know, if you're not, you ain't gonna say you're not good with it. Um, start playing with it. Start doing things in increments. You'll be surprised how fast you can get into it. If you just take the amount of food that you eat on a daily basis, if you eat 3 times a day, this is where you're gonna be fighting your flesh. This is where you're going to be fighting your flesh. Um, and for you that has that strength, and for you that I ain't gonna say strength. Let's just do it this way. If you got a plate of food, I'm not gonna tell you to cut out half of your food. I think that's a tad bit dramatic. In order for you to really get your mindset on it. So because what you're trying to do is fool your mind. I mean, you're trying to fool your flesh. That's all you're doing. And so you eat this here. Boom. And my thing, brothers and sisters, don't eat to get stuff and your stomach sticking out. Mm-mm. That's what your belly wants. But if you put that enough food there, and then now this is going to happen. If your belly, I mean, if your flesh is used to you being full, oh, you're gonna have a battle. You're going to have a battle. It's going to say, I'm hungry. Maybe a couple of hours. But brothers and sisters, this is one time you will have to put that foot down. You will literally have to have conversations within your own body. You ain't getting nothing. You might well go ahead and relax and go to sleep. You literally have to tell your body no. Your body will complain like a little child. I want this here. They go keep on saying no. You will be in conflict with your body. You're going to be in conflict with your body. Of course, now that flesh is used to it. And if you want to control your flesh, you're going to have to put up a fight. And it's going to serve a greater purpose. The more you fight that flesh, you're going to abide by your spirit. And then now hey, you're going to find yourself on a whole different plateau. That's what you will find yourself on. It's just not going to be just for your, well, it is beneficial to yourself. But it's going to benefit the spiritual side. That's what's going to happen. I wouldn't, my thing is this. All that exercise, running, all that, man, you wearing yourself out. Do you some squats without weights. Now, if you think squats is not good, if you're not, I tell you what, brothers and sisters, if you think squats is nothing, seeking you do 20. Seeking you do 20 squats. I bet you by the time you come up for that 20, you will be out of breath. You will be out of breath. Especially if you never tried them before. And if you do 20, you rest up, yeah, you will be out of breath. If you rest up, come back and do 20 more, you'll be out of breath. Then you go back and do 20 more, that's gonna be 60. The next day, you will be walking like Fred Sanford. Your thighs are gonna be so sore. Your thighs are gonna be so sore, it's gonna be unbelievable. but you will recognize something. That's what you need. That's what you need. That little small exercise. And to you, I mean, mm, if you want to do 100 squats a day, I mean, you can build up because it's going to strengthen up your diaphragm. That's what it's going to do. Right below your ribs is your diaphragm. But at the same time, when you fasting, you're doing a little small exercise. You're going to, especially if you're doing squats, you go burn. You go burn. You're going to burn weight because now you're telling your body you're not taking in this food. Then once your body realizes you're not taking in all that food, it adjusts. That flesh it start to adjust to what you have scheduled to eat. It adjusts. Then it start to burn excess fat. That's what your body will do because now you're telling your body what to do. That's that free will, that strength of that free will that you're operating in. That's what that is. And it's a beautiful thing, brothers. I tell you. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna say it's going to be an easy track, and especially if your body is used to eating a certain way. It takes time. It do takes time. But one thing I would say, brothers and sisters, is this: that let us not take time for granted. You know, 20 minutes walk. Yep, you're right. 20-minute walk. This is what we need, brothers. And I'm talking to brothers and sisters of this generation of the 90s because we didn't got up in age. I mean, I just found out a couple of days ago my cousin had a stroke. I didn't even know it. I had a friend this time last year when they called and told me. I was like, man, you got to be joking. And because I knew this brother, he worked out and all that stuff, but there's something. Listen to when I say this, brother, because we gotta play this word game that he took. That the world say a Tootsie Roll. He took a Tootsie Roll pop, and Dre went out to clear his parkway because he had to get his car out in the snow that night, and so he went out there shoveling snow. That brother had a massive heart attack, and his wife did not even know it. And he said that the clot that hit his heart was right below his heart. And they just said it just sat there. It just sat there until something strenuous happened. And they was like, they called me. I was like, what? I mean, not Dre. I mean, me and Dre was, yeah, we was cool. I mean, we did business together and everything. And I just could not believe that he was gone. And then at the same time, my buddy calls me. He has the same business I got, communications, same thing. Except he didn't die. He did not, this brother did not die. He caught it. But he had 2 blood clots in each side of his lungs. And I knew he had the lollipop 3 times. He had it 3 times. And then I had another friend this year. Now she's younger than me. She's about 50. They had to cut all this off. Skull, blood clot, got caught in a right there. And she just, 2 weeks, 2 weeks prior, had a lollipop. And I'm like, this stuff is not a coincidence, brothers and sisters. It's not. And you're right, Sister Kathy. These athletic people, they know exactly what they put out there. See, this when they talk about 2025, they lying. They put that out there long before it. I'm telling you. And so when I started to realize when this stuff got started, that I'm like, man, that sounds like clots. I had my son popping garlic pills. He was popping garlic pills and everything. Yes, he was. I was too. He said, man, you take you one in the morning, one at night. When he got low, damn, I ran out of garlic pills. Boom, get him some more. But this is what you got to do that the world don't tell you what you need to do. Sometimes you just have to sit back and think for yourself, brothers. Sometimes, all the time. 2025 is in 2024. Now, what 2025 is going to bring? I'm going to say this, brothers, and I'm glad I just thought about this. I don't know what's going on with all these so-called drones. But brothers and sisters, don't get it twisted. They got drones that do have pew-pews in them. And when they want to pew-pew you, trust and believe, there's a scope on it. There's a scope. They see, pow. And they fly, and brothers, this is the reason why I say, brothers and sisters, keep your head on a swivel. They're throwing people off guard, and they always want to do this stuff at night. See, now this is the dangerous thing, brothers. Is this? They're showing you these things at night. Now, don't you think common sense should tell you? I ain't gonna say tell you. Tell them, hey, we need to take the lights off. We talking about fooling somebody. They don't need to be blinking, letting people know, letting everybody know it's up there. Trust and believe. The lights are going to come off. You will not know it's up there. If you're walking down a park with you and your wife, and you're getting hit with pew pews, who is the police going to look for? Who is the police going to look for? A drone? That's the danger of this, brothers. This is the reason why I say keep your head on the swivel. Brothers and sisters, y'all may think I'm crazy. That's one of the reasons. I'm like, I'll be looking at the American news. I'm like, shit, I need to find. I just wish I knew somebody I could trust in the United States to sell my house. When I go, I seriously believe I'm walking into a danger zone. Well, ain't no serious belief. I know I'm walking into a danger zone. And especially, I ain't gonna go that way because I ain't trying to scare nobody. But they already got it out there. If they take the lights off, brothers and sisters, what you gonna know? What's up there? What are you going to know? You sitting right here minding your business, thinking you going to the store to get you some and go back home. They go, well, we found him laying in the street. It seemed like somebody pew-pewed him, but we didn't see nobody in the park. Open and shut case. The first 48 hours, they got 48 hours to solve that case. If you got a drone in the air, you might hang that up. Hang it up, brothers. This stuff is real. It's real. Yeah, we can talk about heart attack, strokes, and all of that, cancer and everything. But now you got to talk about the intentional deleters that's out there. The intentional leaders. Hey, that was I ain't gonna say a cartoon. What do they call that movie? Captain America, uh, Winter Soldier. Go back and look at it, brothers and sisters. That big old ship that was in the air, that big ship that was in the air, for those that seen that movie before, that ship, they were saying that was they was going to use to take out individuals, to, to cut down the population. But they would not see it. It was so far in the air, but that thing had a scope on it that it was aiming down at individuals. And it had like they was about to take 50% of the world's population down in one day. This this is the this movie. This is the movie, brother. They put this in the movies. They telling you what they're going to do. They got the drone up there. They have it up there, brothers. Man, please make me want to go out here and play the lottery or something. I'm serious. But I gotta go back. Mm. Oh my goodness, brothers, they out there. They are out there doing this. They're doing it. She was dealing in the United States. They've been carrying weapons. Man, to carry a weapon is like making sure you got socks on or underwears. That's how deep it is with weapons in the United States. What? And now, if this stuff goes down the way they're trying to get it, um, who do you think they're gonna be looking for? Who do you think they're gonna be outlining? This is where prayer and supplication really truly is going to come in at, because we always know we always the one that get the rough end of the stick. And I'm not trying to scare brothers and sisters, but these things are popping up. They're popping up, and I think it's like I think 2 times I've seen this thing, like in New Jersey or something. You know, but this is what these people are doing. And at the same time, you're talking about a World War III. Why know where you got all these drones flying up, and that's when they at night when they better seen. Whew. Mm. Brothers, I tell you, keep your head on a swivel. Um, I don't put nothing past these people. I don't put nothing past them. But they use those drones over there in Ukraine, and you go on X, they'll show you that drone shooting a man head. They showing this stuff. We will have to, brothers. It is necessary that we hop into prayer. I know Jacobo was talking about doing a massive prayer again. Yeah, community, they needs it. They need it. This is where we at. This is where we at. It's that's right. Prophecy is being fulfilled. Now prophecy is getting dangerous for us. It's getting dangerous because the Most High said, um, you might escape the sword. I don't want no brothers and sisters getting hit. Truthfully, I don't. And that's just my desire, brothers. That's my desire. And before I close today, um, I did receive some help on this ticket, and we got the total amount. Sister Amana, she went in and she said, Mike, it's going to be like a total of 700, and that's what I'm asking for assistance to get this ticket back. I ain't gonna lie to you, brothers and sisters, I do not want to go back, but hey, I can't fight with life. But that's how much it will cost. And then once then I got to get a ticket from Atlanta back to Arkansas. And so, but to change the date, the charges consist of the date change, as well as um, getting another ticket um, to Arkansas. Um, Shalom, Brother Robert. Um, and so that's what I'm asking for assistance with that. We had a situation. Well, a family was in some trouble, and I don't want to give out their business, but it was just being a brother and abiding by Hebrew law. I'm up on the law to help that brother, and just so happened the donations came through, and I had to take that. I mean, take the donation and assist this family that was in some serious trouble or serious binds. Well, trouble too, and so it was needed, and I had, I had to help them, and but I do thank the brothers and sisters for that and things of that nature. So right now, where it stands, it is $700 that will be needed, and then I hand it over to Sister Hamana, and she go ahead and you know do the ticketing and everything, so that get back. What I think is set for next week, the 12th, and it's like, ooh, brothers, I'm serious. Whoo, I know the potential here. I do. I know the potential here. Hmm. But at the same time, we have been hit very hard, especially with this bickering back and forth. Instead of us staying focused on the matters at hand, we allowed ourselves to get tied up in going back and forth. Who did this? Who said that? Who's stealing this? Who's stealing that? And so, and that's what we have allowed ourselves to get into. And I'm talking about as a nation. But now, truthfully, brothers and sisters, truthfully, we need to hunker down. We need to hunker down because this is about our survival. This is about our survival. This is once I get things ready to come back. This we're not it's not gonna be donation, because this is gonna be about helping our brothers and sisters, because we got to do things the way Joseph did, as well as Solomon. But more, I would say Joseph, because I think he clear point, boom, 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 boom. This is what he did. I know we're going to be blessed to be able to sell fruits and vegetables and things of that nature. I know we are. That's not something I waste my time on. It's the storage of food. What did the United States? What did the West do some years ago? Wait, hold on for now. Brother Dylan, you said, all right, 10 minutes prayer in December. Well, all right, did he say what date on that, Brother Dylan? Did he give a date? Um, you brothers and sisters knows that there was a lot of processing centers in the U.S. that caught fire, blowing up and everything. This is a forced food shortage. It's like they're causing this. They're causing it. Brothers and sisters, let us use common sense. Instead of going back and forth arguing with one another, let us put our money together to get this thing up and running. Because trust and believe, it's going to serve for our purpose. And we're going to be able to, at the same time, be able to do it export. You think I was not going to get in contact with Brother Ricky? Ricky, well, let's go ahead and get that, get that land up and running. We need to move this money over to you. Then from Brother Ricky, you move over to another brother in Uganda. Then from the brother in Uganda, you go to Rwanda. We're going to move that money around, brothers. It's all about us being focused as to what we need to do. And this is the thing that's hemming us up. There's some childish nonsense that we got to contend with. Put that nonsense to the side and let's move on about our business. What? Brother, it don't take me much. It don't take much for me to live. I learned that. I learned that here. If you think ask Brother Ricky, he lived here. Now, dog will teach you to live, in your means. And if you're good, you can go below your means. But we need to put this stuff in place because we have the information of what the Most High said he's going to do. He told us it's going to be food shortage. It wasn't the fact that the Most High was going to cause the food shortage. Man did. Man did this. We have that knowledge, brother. Let's put ourselves in position to go opposite of that. You got G. Gates on the African continent. He's in front of us, brothers. He's in front of us. We're gonna have to stop. We're gonna have to do something. If we don't, we ain't got nobody to blame. The Most High already told us what was going on. Yes, I know waking up is a big deal. It is. Survival is also. Survival is also. We need to get something set up and be devout as to how it needs to grow. Brothers, I'm going to get the import and export license for agriculture, period. I'm going to get in contact with Brother Ricky. Hey, Brother Ricky, this is what we need to do, and so on and so on. We're going to move the money, grow the crops. We're going to do it the same way Joseph did. We're going to go by the same outline as King Solomon. Brothers, you have the playbook. Just don't get played on some dumb stuff that we may find ourselves getting involved in. Hey, when I tell you, brother, I pray to the Most High that as soon as I land down there, that house be sold. I'll be gone. I'll be gone so quick. Your brother's like, Mike, you just landed. I'm just going. But I'm coming back with a whole different. It's totally the game plan has been thoroughly changed. Now you really got to be devout as to what you got to do. I got to be that way. I know what I got to do. I know exactly what I got to do. And it's just not going to serve my purpose. It's going to serve a lot of you brothers and sisters' purposes. All we need to do is step in line to it. That's what we need to do as a community. Hold on to the $250,000 in the bank account. That's your God-given business. But when that money turns into toilet tissue, don't say you was not warned. Don't say you was not warned. This is now. You got the Europeans, they broke camp already. They broke camp. They knew exactly what was going on. I just wish I was in Arusha right now. I wish I was in Arusha. The brothers say they over there so deep trying to buy land ain't even funny. And we are on the rough end of the stick, right here, bickering and fighting and complaining against one another. And we setting ourselves up for starvation. That's what we're setting ourselves up for. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. This is what we're setting ourselves up for, brothers. Whoo, good gracious and mighty. Good night. comes that at times I think about when I was my business booming. I just wish, I kid you not, I just wish I was woke then. Do you know? Good gracious, we'll be straight. We will not be on the end of the game, but we're allowing ourselves to be at the end of it. Sister, I was calling this brother Mike today. He lives over there, LA, I think. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. About that earthquake out at sea. So they're supposed to be having some tsunamis that's supposed to be coming through there. I don't know when. Yeah, it was 7.0. Now that's a major one. That's a major one. But see, brothers, mm, ooh, mm, the Most High is judging the nation. He's judging that nation. You got these people walking, got these other these. I ain't gonna say helicopters. What do you call them? Drones. All right. You got these people over here. All right. We're about to get this war started, brothers. There's too much stuff going on right now in the West. Let me tell you something about that tsunami now. Mm-mm. Before a tsunami hits, it goes up. It climbs up. Now, 7.0, yeah, that's going to be, that thing will be kind of massive. That thing is going to be kind of massive. A judging of a nation, brothers. We brothers, I mean, I hope that we dive into prayer. Dive into prayer and ask the Most High to lead you as to how you need to move about with your finances and things of that nature. I'm serious. This is sad. This is sad from a community standpoint. As long as we've been coming back and forth to this continent, what do we have to show for it? I mean, as a community, what has this community done? I mean, have this community got any export, import of fruits and vegetables? No. This is what you need. That's why the Gentiles are here, and they're doing it. Chinese brothers, why in the world we can't do this stuff? Why? It's an investment. Matter of fact, it's not a donation no more. It's an investment. Me and brother Galen Jones, Sister Kathy Jones' husband, we supposed to have a meeting today. And we go try to get in depth on this a whole lot more because it's not looking good for us. And then right now it may be seem like it's a lot of talk, but when your stomach start growling, because now the food that you're eating for 2020, let me see, this is 2024. You eating food from 2023. No, 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 no. Let me back up. Hold on. You eating food from 2022. Now, what next year is going to bring? Because they already told you about Project 2025. You might hang that up. 2025, that the food, brothers and sisters, don't be surprised you go out there and you see a loaf of bread for $100. Don't be surprised. But we must, brothers, we got to buckle down. And don't think I'm coming off arrogant or boisterous and things of that nature. Um, I'm not coming off that way. Um, mm, we really have to. We're gonna have to buckle down, brothers and sisters. I'm serious. And I know what the world has put up on us. Oh, you can't trust niggas. Oh, I mean, shucks, Negroes, and it rubbed off on us. So we saying we can't trust them. Can't trust them. You got to get a white guy to do this. You got to get these people here. They'll hem you up. They'll lie to you. Then I tell you, I never forget this. Kerry said it on his show. He said we got to start trusting one another. He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. No, sister, wait a minute, hold on, Sister Kathy. You had a dream last night. All kind of evil people of this system chasing me. Very disturbing. Wow. Sis, these things these days are I mean, they wicked. I mean, especially you could take some drones and take some people out while they going about their daily routine, just out, for a nightly stroll or something, and for your family to be um I don't know, girl. I mean, but brothers and sisters, this is my encouragement. Ask the Most High, ask the Most High to lead you in the way you need to go. And it's about us, period. It's about us. This is going to be an investment movement, period. We're going to have to get into agriculture. Brother Galen, he got goats. That brother broke down how you can profit off of goats. You have the milk to sell to make not butter, soap. Brothers and sisters, we need to be upon this like yesteryear. We have wasted enough time when it's all over said and done. We have already wasted enough time. Oh yeah, you're right, brother. Saying that black horse is ready to ride. He's ready to ride. The thing about it is, I don't need him coming up on me. She said, man, please. If I got to jump out my boots and run barefoot, people say you run barefoot. They say you run faster. So be it. Um, we're at this point now. We are at this point. The Most High wants us to fast and continue to pray. That's what He wants, brother, because it's going to get rough. We've been warned, but we didn't act upon the warning. We did not. We did not. We did not do it. We didn't. I mean, some may have thought they did, but we didn't. Not as a whole. Not as a whole. Of course, when you are investing in things, there's something that other people can get out of it. And farming is one of the best investment you can get into because people got to eat, and people are going to starve. The nations has already put that in place. It's already in play. It's already in play. And brothers and sisters, for some men to come in and say, "Hey, we can clone this and clone that," they don't need to be here. Truthfully, they do not, because we know what type of chemicals they got in the clones. That's to affect your DNA. You think they haven't been looking at, playing with our blood brothers and sisters? We're not gonna be naive on that now. Let's not be naive. Let's not be naive. Mm, mm, mm. But brothers and sisters, I do appreciate in the now let me put the cash up in the chat. I do appreciate the the help um, and things. Like I said, it's we're trying to get $700 so that we can I can dang, what am I doing? Oh, dang. Um, let me see. Boom, that's it. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Hold on. Okay, there you go. I mean, that's what in the name. All right, there we go. Um, and I appreciate that, Sister Kathy Jones. And thing, but brothers, you like I said, I'm not trying to be there that long. Go ahead and do what I need to do, and continue to do whatever research I need to do, and hear and take back with me. And I know, and then at the same time, we have um, we have contact. Um, we're working with a brother that's a local. He once lived in the United States. He stayed in the United States there for 20 years, but he's from Tanzania and he moved back. So yes, he's been working on our behalf as to what whatever things you need and things of that nature. He gets it. Whatever person that needs to be talked to, he puts you in line with those people. And so let the Tanzanian brother talk to Tanzanian brothers. And while we working in the background and doing what we need to do, so it was very advantageous for us to have that brother on the team. And so that's how we're moving forward with that. And and on that note, brothers and sisters, yes, for those that can help out, I do appreciate it. And tomorrow is Shabbat. So yeah, I'll try to be on tomorrow. But brothers and sisters, keep your head on a swivel. The days are a whole lot wicked than a month ago. Pray for our brothers and sisters um, that are out there. They're dealing with depression. They're dealing with some depression and things of that nature because I mean the system, the way it is, it can cause a brother or sister to slip up and things of that nature. But we just ask with that, you pray for your brother and sister, and let's stay away from that contentious attitude, you know. And on that note, brothers and sisters, wait a minute. Uh, I think it's supposed to be the 12th, sister. The 12th. Hold on. Mm, mm, hold on for a moment, sis. Hmm. Thanks a lot, Sister Jeanette Turner. I understand. I understand, sister. I did that one time before and it went to the wrong thing, sis. I understand. Um, um, oh yeah, it's the 12th, Sister Jones. It is the 12th. And then I can hand it over to Sister Amana. And I'm going to be interviewing Sister Amana. You all will be surprised at a lot of things that she knows. And especially for brothers and sisters that want to travel. Anytime you want to travel, this is just my suggestion. Get in contact with sister. She knows all the lingo that these travel agency and our airlines do. She know exactly how to, supersede them and get the ticket a lot cheaper than what they are trying to sell it for. And so we're setting up a date and time that we're going to do a Zoom meeting, and then we're going to post it, on different channels, so you brothers and sisters can know this, because it's going to be knowledge that we're eventually going to need in the very near future. That's what we're going to need. We're going to need this information. I mean, I'm serious. We're going to need it. We're going to need this. We, brothers and sisters, we built a nation. We built a nation. How in the world we having a problem in building a farm? A farm. We built a nation. The White House, we built that thing. That thing is so old it ain't even funny. It got so many different rooms and rooms you ain't never seen before. We did that. The roads and everything, we did all that stuff. We did it. Let's just take our confidence back, brothers and sisters. That's what we need to do. That's how they got us. They got us by means of just getting in and making us feel so worthless that we believed it. We believed it. We did. This is one time, brothers and sisters, we got to come up swinging. We got to start throwing blows. We got to start. We got to start throwing blows. Of course, they're throwing blows, like helping us stay down. We got to start throwing blows. This nonsense went on a tad bit too long, and we coming in on the end of the stick. And we've been warned when we woke up, the warnings kick in. The warnings literally kicked in when you woke up. We just weren't paying enough attention. Some brothers, yes, but they only went there. I mean, that's a personal trip. And what they're doing now, they have information that can help another brother or sister say, "Hey, I want to come." What brother Ricky is doing, him and his wife, what sister Water and her husband, what they're doing, can give you information and give you procedures, so that you don't have to have the experience of coming here and saying you got to go back. That's what she works on. She gives you information so that you do not have to go back. Well, both of them do. That's the information that you want. It's how you can work on staying put. That's the beauty of it, brothers and sisters. That's the beauty. Because, like I said, discouragement did kick in with us. It did. Now it's time for us to take the discouragement. We take that discouragement, and we're gonna have to brace ourselves. Brace ourselves in the Most High and trust Him. Trust Him to lead you in the way we need to go. Brothers and sisters, you all be safe out there. Be safe out there. Brother Dylan, hold on? Did you give a date when Teo was talking about? Did you give a date, brother? I don't see. Wait a minute, hold on. Is there a date? All right, that's what I mean. December. All right, you said not sure. Okay, I got you. Okay. So, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna get ready to got to get things prepared for the Shabbat tomorrow. So I got to go ahead and find something to cook and get myself prepared. And I hope to be on tomorrow at the same time at 3 o'clock, and we can go a little bit in depth of and what we need and what we should be doing and how we need to move more so. I know these are some critical times and they're hard to deal with, um, but we got to continue to maintain our faith. And on that note, brothers and sisters, you all be safe. Shalom.